What up, my peeps? It's your Knucka Big Rucker back at you again with another action figure review, this time courtesy of Hasbro Marvel Legends. We got Groot from the Thor Love and Thunder wave, the Korg Build-A-Figure wave, and we've seen this figure before. It was in the Avengers Infinity War 3-pack, which included Thor, Rocket Raccoon, and of course Team Groot. So here we go again. We got him again, and if you already have that Groot, you don't really need this one, but if you want to build Korg, then you're going to have to get this one. So so you can see that Groot comes with the largest piece to build Korg, the torso, as well as accessories. You can see clearly. Looking at the side there's some nice artwork of Groot, which is repeated on the other side. And then the back has a readout. Take a guess what it states. I am Groot. Then below you have Korg, and of course the figures in the wave. 6 are required to build Korg. Thor is unnecessary. Turn it back to the front just so we can get a look at the spot varnished shattered up hammer and the legalese at the bottom. One final look. You know what it is.
This is Hulk. Hulk friend Ruckus asked Hulk to come here to talk to puny human. Ruckus say you come, you watch, but you don't subscribe. So Hulk here to tell puny human, subscribe or Hulk will smash. Hulk friend Ruckus, good friend, good channel. So like, share, subscribe, do what Hulk say, please.
Groot comes with the torso of Korg. You can see some nice shading on the collar here, and some gold paint on that ram on the front there. Looking pretty good. We're almost ready to build him. Groot also comes with this blaster, which is just molded in a flat gray. So you can see it's got some nice detail, but of course no paint both sides there. So we do have that. Groot also comes with these attachments where he extends his hands into like tree-like, branch-like appendages, and pretty good. It's got some green paint there to show the vegetation growing on him. So pretty cool. Groot also comes with an additional right hand. This is a trigger finger hand, so he'll be able to grip his blaster with. So here we have Groot on our rotating platter, giving you a 360-degree view of the figure. And at first glance, well, it is what it is. This is, like I said before, the same figure that we got before. So there's not really much to it. I mean, he's molded in we'll call it tree bark brown. He's got some green highlights to show vegetation growing out of him. And he does have some veggies growing out of his head, which we'll take a look at when we get him off of the platter. And so here we have Groot up close and personal, and like I said, you see the you see what it is. It's the same figure we got before. Looking at the top of the head, you see he's got vegetation growing out the top of his skull, which is kind of funny, but you can see the green there. We can get in a little bit closer for a more detailed look. So looking at Groot a little bit closer, you can see the veggies growing out of his skull a little bit more clear, and he's got just the coal black eyes. And going down, you could see some of the vegetation, the paint, to show vegetation growing out of his body, even down to his hands. You could see that he's got some on his legs, and it kind of ends on the back. You probably already know what time it is with that. we're not going to get anything on the back, but looking at that top of that skull again from the rear. And yeah, so that is our look at Groot. Looking at his articulation, we've got his head on a disc hinge. He can look back that far, look down way far. Obviously he can 360, and as a teenager should, he can give you attitude. He can get his arms only about that high, so that's not really all that good. He can 360. He's got single jointed elbows that swivel. He's got wrists that swivel, and he's got the horizontal hinge. Same thing on the other side. Unfortunately, like I said, same figure. They wasn't really giving us the vertical hinges back then. Ab articulation, he's got a diaphragm crunch. He can go back that far, which isn't far at all. Forward that far, which isn't far at all. Not going to get much side to side either, but you can rotate him left or right. As far as his hips, he can get out that far, get his legs up that far, back that far. He's got single jointed knee, which also swivels at the knee, and he's got he can point, we'll call it his toe, that far forward, that far up. He's got ankle pivot, and of course even he has holes, peg holes at the bottom of his feet. Here's Groot with his right trigger finger hand and brandishing his blaster, and here's Groot with his extended appendages on. This looks pretty cool. This is how I'm going to be displaying him. And what's also good is the appendages are also articulated at the wrist area, so that's pretty cool. Let's see if he'll stand up still. Oh yeah, gotta love it. So yeah, that's Groot with his appendages. And as for a comparison with the previous version, this, as I stated earlier, is from the Infinity War, Avengers Infinity War 3-pack, consisting of Thor, Rocket Raccoon, and of course Groot. You can see the differences in the paint, the paint mold, I should say. The first Team Groot, much darker than our current iteration, and there is differences in the head sculpt. As you can see, if you look, there is a slight difference in the expression, but other than that, it's the same Groot. Just to give him one more size comparison, I got him next to his crewmate Peter Quill, aka Star-Lord, also of this Thor Love and Thunder wave. So yeah, these two have been together for a minute. So to sum it all up, the Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder Korg Build-A-Figure wave Groot, that's a mouthful, is well, as I stated before, we've basically gotten the same figure with very, very little changes. The head sculpt is slightly different. The expression, as well as the growths coming out of his skull. We did get some nice accessories with the appendages that I'm sporting right now. An extra hand, trigger finger hand, to go along with the blaster. So at least we got some decent accessories. He also came with the largest piece to build Korg. Different paint apps. He's lighter than the first version of Team Groot. And yeah, that's about the size of it. There's not much more I can say about it. As I stated earlier, if you already have this figure and don't think you need another one, and you're not interested in building Korg, you can. It's an easy pass. But if you want to build Korg, then you're gonna have to get this figure, because he carries the largest piece, the central piece, the piece where everything else connects to, the torso. So it is what it is. Anyway, we've got one more figure to get through. That's coming up next, Ravager Thor, and then on to Korg. And then we'll be done with this wave. We'll have gotten through it. Thank you guys for rocking with me through the whole thing. We're about to bounce out of here. This review is done. As I stated, thank you guys for rocking with me. Please like, please share, please comment below, please subscribe, and hit that bell if you want to be notified for the next time I load another video. Until the next time, my peeps, remember, the hunt continues. I'm out. Peace.